Hi. So we're going to pull a couple cards this morning. We're going to turn this. I get copyright notices for my meditation music playing in the background. So YouTube can go ahead and give me those copyright notices because I'm just doing my job. I really enjoy it. The one that I am actually listening to is from my Astral Dream channel. And it's called Native American Indian Spirit of Meditation. I really enjoy it. That's how I kind of get more in tune with my spiritual side of things. My native roots as well. Music is medicine in many ways. It can be a medicine. Could be a blessing in disguise. All right, Mr. Card. Seems to be the problem, children. Cards are not wanting to move. So I'm going to slow it down a bit. Alright, they're not quite awake yet, so we gotta wake these little cards up and get some readings coming out of them. We want some good readings, some good energy. Positive messages for daily. I guess we could do it like in a 4-part session. So what we're going to do is we're going to do earth signs first. So we're going to deal with, I believe, I don't know the exact earth signs. I haven't written down. I haven't practiced memorizing them yet. But we're going to see about how the earth energies are panning out for people. Oh, we got a flip card already. Okay, so we've got the King of Wands. Okay, this is a King of Wands that is too laid back and too, how do you explain this? Like he's coming across like, like an energy that really couldn't give a shit, like almost like a psychopathic kind of look to his face, or a psychotic look, like that smug, ha 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 kind of look. It's really, he's comfortable where he's at, but it's like how he got there is maybe not the way that he should have. There was something amok with this King of Wands energy. I feel that he's got a lot to give, but he's kind of, I don't know, he's not really giving me a good vibe. I'm not too sure why this is not working today. Got a lot of like red energy, like fire energy, like I said. So maybe it's the fire energies are just trying to lay back and chill. They've achieved what they needed to. That's why we're at a king. The energy is a male energy, the masculine part of your life. That really doesn't take a lot to manifest with. But be careful of the ego manifestations that you're using with the earth energy that might be floating around. Be very selective on it. Be aware of what energy you're drawing from or who you're drawing the energy from. It could end up coming back as like not very healthy energy. So it could be like a toxic relationship that maybe these fire signs are having to deal with. There's been a lot of love exchange going on, and this person is way too comfortable in the relationship, way too comfortable. Almost like he's got an ulterior motive kind of happening for himself. He may be trying to manipulate situations to benefit him. So if somebody's in a relationship, be careful of your partner. Be on the lookout for people that are trying to kind of take from you some more. Like they're being sneaky and conniving, but very fake feeling. Like they would smile at you, but then as soon as you turn your back, they start talking about you. So be very careful of who this gossiping kind of energy that's manifesting in your life right now. I'm going to get a directional card from my goddess oracles, please, as to how to make this benefit work better and be in more favorable situations in the future. Goddess oracle, please give me a clarification or a directional advice for this King of Wands. The goddess to give us some insight today. Oh, so Irene is about peace. Okay, so it doesn't need to be any like unnecessary battles having to go on anymore. It's just like you're neutral. You want to remain neutral. You've got a lot on your plate. You're protecting. This piece of mind or piece of energy to find within yourself. You're getting the confirmation that you have to be in your own here. There is no need to worry, and everything is working out beautifully. So from that energy, the fire energy, maybe be like a person that's kind of chauvinistic, kind of like all about them, is what the energy is showing with that King of Wands. It didn't take him much to get to where he is. He's forged by fire gold, like feeling like he's worth his love in weight, right? Then you have Irene that's saying that everything's going to unfold before your eyes, and you're not supposed to be worrying. Just keep peaceful, move forward, and keep moving in a more positive direction. You could be connecting with a water sign, or you could be a water sign dealing with this fire energy that's showing kind of a cheeky look, very cheeky looking. And then you have the woman. So this could be a two-part relationship where there's a man and a woman in a relationship. One's keeping the peace, and the other one likes to stir up and get mischievous energy going. Okay, so that's kind of the mischievous kind of playful, but being sneaky about the play, right? Okay, but at the end of the day, there's balance found within each. One wants to have excitement, the other one wants just peace and quiet. So it could be a Cancer sign you're connecting with because they are very quiet, withdrawn people. They don't really create any drama or conflicts. They prefer to keep to their own, not really socializing with too many people. Then you have, this fire Aries sign that's coming through, that's pushing you forward and lighting a fire under your ass to get moving, right? So there's your for the fire sign. Definitely fire is in the cards. So remember to keep your peace, be nurturing, be compassionate, accept accept what the universe is bringing you, the knowledge, the smartness. We also have dolphins singing out in the background. They're very influential water animals. They're very smart, intelligent, knowledgeable, and understanding of compassion, and very solitary. You don't usually see them swimming in pods. Very independent, not demanding on other energy. They like to do their thing on their own. So maybe with fire energy, there's a new energy that's coming through for someone, and you need a little bit of water to put out the fire. Okay? But don't let the fire get too out of control, otherwise you'll have a hard time controlling the fire once it's started. So be careful what you're lighting or who you're interacting with. This fire energy is ready to pounce at the next person that they feel that they would be able to be a partnership with. Okay, so that's your fire energy. Be peaceful. Okay, so all you fire signs, be peaceful. Okay, peaceful in everything that you're doing for the next 24 hours. Keep the peace. Be of good behavior. You know the role. So we're going to pull the next card for the next sign, which was that was for fire. We're still working on that earth energy to come through. We're going to see what the cards pull for us today, for the daily cards for where you should be focusing some energy or healing energy towards oneself. Okay. We're cutting for the next for earth energy. I'm going to shuffle. And what is the message that we need for the earth energy for December 11th, 2018? We have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so finance, home body. There's energy. All right, so we're going to pull the goddess card to one side. But we have somebody that's working hard and keeping their work, their focus on their work a lot today. They need to get a lot done. Like they've done so much already, but there's still not enough hours to finish a project. So you're finding that you're having to spend more time working at something a little bit longer. But for what's going to end up coming out of that energy from the hard work that you've been doing is more pentacles. Okay, so think of it as doing good. Like you're working hard at what you're doing. You're manifesting and you're creating amazing avenues or opening doors for yourself. And the hard work never ends. You're always working. You're kind of like put it to the grindstone and let's just keep going until it's done. No reason to stop. Just keep moving forward, working hard, and being aware of what you're creating for yourself. Because you're doing an amazing job in manifesting and creativity work. But you're still keeping your nose to the grindstone and moving forward and keeping yourself busy with work. You may need to have a distraction once in a while because sometimes you get too caught up in your work that you need like a break. Finish off this project, then I get a break. Being the 8 of Pentacles, we're not far from finishing out the cycles. So keep creating, being observant on what you're creating. And we want Oracle card for direction as far as how can we get this to work for us. And we have independent. which is great complement to the 10 or the 8 of Pentacles. The female energy, creating and moving and creating much more than what you want for the sake of. Okay, so there you have the independence. And you work better when you're alone, when you're thinking, you're not being bothered, you're not being distracted by anything, but you're doing this journey independently. Like you're not, this could be for single energies that are happening to be around. This earth energy that's showing up in the independent card, though, could be in correlation to the earth energies that we're feeling a lot of that's kind of popping up for people. But the independent is becoming a lot more prevalent within, people's lives, wanting to, create something that's independent, like self-started business, or you want to be independent in your financials, aspirations. I can't even talk this morning. It's too early. I'm like the card. I'm not ready to wake up yet. But your independence is very important to you, and you're not going to allow anybody to mess with your independence. Like you're standing firm in your place. You've got everything, you're manifesting and bringing things towards you. Okay. It's like she's lifting the leaves. Like magic is happening all around you. You're creating so much beauty. You're being independent with your work, and you're going to be acknowledged for that. Your hard work will pay off, and it will help you to be more independent. What does it say again? Here, we're going to read what our oracle card is telling us this morning. So your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. Okay, so that correlates with the energy of the 8 of Pentacles and the working hard energy that we're all seeing right now. Okay, so be focused, stay focused, don't give up, don't slow down, just keep trudging along, and everything is going to work out for the benefit of you in due time. Right? Your hard work will not go unnoticed. Okay, so it'll be definitely noticed. There'll be definite notifications coming through for you. All right. Then fire, earth. We're going to do water next. And it's raining outside. It's like downpour this morning. We have like major heavy rainfall warning coming out up to 30 millimeters of water. It doesn't seem like it's a lot, but it is. All right, so we want for the Cancer water energy. Oh, that was a weird sounding vehicle. I'm sorry, guys. I got distracted there. It's making some weird sounds. I live on a very busy road, so it's like sometimes you get some really locked out, really crazy stuff that comes through. As far as sounds, it sounds like sometimes it's going to come right down at the side of my house. Right? It gets pretty tricky sometimes. But yeah, so we're going to do water signs next. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Let's see how this energy flows are going. Or are the Cancers for today? Okay. And I'm a Cancer. I love being a Cancer. I'm a definite hardcore water sign, emotional, yes. All those things going on for Cancers lately. Just sit back and just relieve yourself. You don't have to move in any direction you're not feeling comfortable with. Like yesterday, I had an experience yesterday that kind of transitioned my eagle feather for me. And I didn't see it as a sign at first, but now I actually see this was created almost like you could not get more creative with this energy on how that actually came about. So now I'm going to show you my feather. It looks like it's an animal now. You know what I mean? Like it's animal, like a tribal animal look to it now. That's kind of cool. I'm really actually great that this transformed into an actual totem animal for me now. Like, isn't that cool? Like almost like Egyptian or native inspired. Hey Jessica, but I ended up burning this feather, and I thought it was like the worst thing that could ever happen to me right now. Is I lost this perfect feather that was given to me from a gentleman at a roundup, and I've carried it with me. It was my battle feather. Like it's been roughed around the edges quite a bit, but it stuck through. But take a look at the head formation here. I'm going to hold it still. It almost looks like either it's a llama or a dog or a lamb kind of energy, or it's one of those what do they call them? Cryptographs in the Egyptian tombs. You know, like it looks like it has almost a hyper, and I can't even say the word. You know what I mean? Those little diagrams they show in the temple in the Egyptian hieroglyphics. What? Oh, hieroglyphic. Okay. Okay. But I just found that yesterday and I can't pack it away. It's showing that we can transform into anything that we want us to be, and our energy is going to create that for us. So it was kind of like a mini blessing in disguise. It put a smile back on my face when I noticed that. That it, you know, whoever wanted me to have it burnt this way, wasn't expecting this quality to come out, that they wanted to destroy some spiritual part of me, with my feather that I smudge with. So, it all worked out in, the positive energy that I carry around with me all the time didn't allow it to become useless. It's still useful. And when you're dealing with animal totems and everything and spiritual animals, that are manifesting for you, this is probably a confirmation on what spirit animals are and that they are real, and never to disregard just because it doesn't look like it means anything at that time. Don't give up on it. Take a minute, take away from it for a minute, go back to it and see what you have. Okay, always give it some time to breathe. It's like opening a bottle of wine. You always let it breathe a little bit before you drink it, right? But there you go. So this has been a blessing for me to let me know that transformations are going to be going a lot for people. Shaping up and shipping out and becoming, your strength, right? So it's kind of a blessing. I'm actually very proud of my feather now. I'm not packing it away, but it will probably go into retirement. But now I know that my spirit animal is definitely like either a llama, a wolf, some kind of dog, tribal animal. I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to look more into the totem animals. But I thought that was really cool that it turned out the way it did with the big vertical, because it makes it look like an actual spirit animal now. So I don't feel so bad having it happen to my feather. It brought me in some new insight into life. It brought me some new direction. Okay. So we're going to get back to the water signs. But I just thought I'd share that with you guys that are here. All right. It's been one heck of an ordeal. I was very upset. I was very upset by that energy taking over. But I didn't see it. I reacted before I thought about it or actually allowed the message to come to me. I jumped, thinking, oh, my feather. But at the end of the day, it ended up transforming into a more spiritual end of things for me, that I don't always require have my feather with me at all times. That even that can change. That's how quick things can become a quick movement, right? A quick movement from one way of looking at things, and then having something dramatically happen, like your awakening or something, and then you go into that state of, okay, recreating yourself, right? And understanding what messages are meant for you, which messages aren't meant for you. So I was actually feeling really good yesterday after that. I noticed that had happened. I draw a lot from my spiritual side of things for my native cultures, like medicine-wise. With my readings and everything, I try to keep my traditions wholesome, and keeping them as they are supposed to be, as natural as they can be, right? I'm very honored that, Spirit gave me a sign for a totem animal that I'm going to have to look into now, because if Spirit wants me to be that or create that for me, then I have to follow the direction of Spirit and actually look up which is the Spirit. So it's like a dog or a llama. I should look that up in the animal oracle cards. We'll do it one day. We'll have to do an animal reading now. The spirit animals are becoming prevalent in a lot of people's lives. So we're going to do the water signs now for today. It's just a daily energy, how things are, maybe be going today for the next 24 hours. We're going to just do dailies for every sign every morning. And that way then I can spend my time when I come back in the evening to be able to spend time and answer, questions or have readings done. But I'm very selective now on who I'm going to read for. I spent 3 hours of reading yesterday and not one donation, which kind of, defeats the purpose of me doing it. It's unfortunate that I didn't get donations, but giving, how many reads did I do yesterday? I think I did probably 6 or 7 and not even like $1 donation or anything, so taking my kindness for weakness. I don't like that. I don't like it. So what are we going to do here today? What is going on for our cancers? Oh, the Empress. Oh, gosh. Golly gee. Look at that. It's the Empress that we're sitting with. What's at the bottom of the deck energy? Justice. Oh, well, in that case, have at her, little Empress. There's definitely somebody that is going to be having a baby. I see fertility and pregnancy because her stomach is actually quite large. She's moving away from she's leaning more into the favorable part of this new growth that's happening around you. But you're shying away from it. You're unsure. You're not, like you're sitting like kind of like this, like I don't know if I want to get close to that. Like I don't know if I want that energy around me. Like just like leave me alone for a while. Like for this person to find, out the answers naturally. But she might be fearful of where this is going to bring her. But I do see that there's a rabbit. There's definitely a rabbit here of nature, being, the Earth Mother kind of energy. For the cancers are very, very, very much in tune with their emotions. They don't really deal with the physical thing. They're more inner thinkings, inner, how would you say it? Like I'm even a Cancer, and I don't see anything of a pregnancy coming my way, but for somebody else, it may be a blessing in disguise that came kind of at the last minute. It wasn't planned for. Okay, so she might be shying away from the idea of having a baby, not wanting to get pregnant at this time, but taking your time to get back into the possibility of having a healthy birth. Like you're not ready to have it, but you're going to take the steps in order to create positive reaction with your energy. And if you're single and you're having a pregnancy, you may be shying away from actually carrying like a father, mother, having the two as a unit. You may be doing this all on your own. A single mother with a child, and moving in the direction of positivity and strength, right? And knowing that you can do it, you're protected, you have everything that you need around you to survive, to go through with this pregnancy. You have a lot of, basic necessities that will be met. You're prepared for it. You're looking at it as a possibility of creating this, but you're going to be a little bit freaked out when you find out. Okay, so just a heads up, if you don't think you're pregnant and you happen to, take a pregnancy test and find out that you are, sit back and think about it. Don't make any past judgment in regards to a decision as far as this new kind of baby feeling. Like a new baby brings in, so much more positive and loving energy, and to be grateful for what we have that's unraveling for us. It's like having a new beginning, but not having a complete new beginning, that you're maybe not ready for that kind of moment right now, right? But you're leaning, like you're kind of sitting there going, oh, it's either, your pregnancy's taking a toll on you, or you're just finding it very uncomfortable. So you could be actually in your last trimester of pregnancy that you're finding that things might be getting a little bit tougher. So we're going to get the oracle, and this is for water signs, getting back in touch with yourself and allowing yourself to think and make decisions in regards to a pregnancy that you may be coming up with, and it might be a shock, and you're like, "Whoa, what? I'm not ready for this," But it's already happened. There's nothing you can do, or there is something you can do, but you're not leaning too forward to the whole idea. This pregnancy has been really maybe trying on you. It may have been a difficult pregnancy that may be going on. That's why you're not feeling very, wanting to hang out or do a lot of moving. You could be on bed rest. This could be a very tough pregnancy. Okay. So we got Aphrodite, inner goddess. Okay. We have Cordelia, go outside, get in touch with nature again. That correlates with the Empress about nature and loving and nurturing. Okay. Go outside, get in touch with nature, become more balanced with your energy, right? And then you have Aphrodite, the goddess, the most amazing thing, creating a new life and having the actual beauty within that pregnancy is the most amazing feeling that someone can have. And easy does it. So this is definitely about somebody having a pregnancy. So it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces that may be finding out they're going to be having a baby. And you could be farther along in your pregnancy. So take it easy. Easy does it. Don't rush on anything. So because there is quite a bit of a substantial bump, baby bump, showing up. Okay. Your motherly instincts are starting to shine through. Your compassion, your nurturing nature. Like the bunnies that are in the picture, you just look at them and just think, if bunnies can be part of it, because they make babies like there's no tomorrow. So this could be, a a kind of a relationship of a lot. You're going like you're moving like bunnies, okay? So that's maybe what that energy is you're dealing with pregnancy like a bunny, man, like bunnies, just pop, 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 pop. Like lots of children coming your way. Hello, keep up the work, you'll get lots. That's what I'm seeing, and I think maybe that's why you're kind of shying away, is because doing it like the bunnies do and just pop and pop and pop is just enough, enough, enough. Okay, so you're like, no more, no more. You can be pushing that energy away because you may not be ready or wanting any more to do with that kind of energy of mommy and babies and all that kind of stuff going together. You've had enough, right? You've got enough around you. But unfortunately, you still have to go through it probably one more time. I think you're definitely taking it easy. Don't over jump the gun, but stay in your personal power. Get, the fresh air, the exercise that you need to keep this, this baby bump moving forward for you, and being grateful for the chance to be of a mother energy to a new child. Or this could be, somebody that's waiting on an adoption. Like I had one lady asking about an adoption, and saying that this is, but now they're kind of getting nervous. Maybe it's a little bit nervous. Maybe this is a first-time mother that's, pregnant and kind of like scared, But just take it easy. Just do it. Grab one of those pregnancy books. I don't even know the name of that. What to do when you're expecting, I think, is the name of the book. Give one of those. This is like a new energy for this person. So definitely, you've got 3 goddesses standing around you, just totally engulfing your goddess energy into the, being pregnant and, being at your most glowing state, as they always say, but being healthy. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, getting exercise. Keep looking after yourself in a healthy manner. That's the goddess from the inner goddess is saying. Don't forget that you are a goddess on the outside. You're being a goddess on the inside too. And remember that the two always work together hand in hand to make the beauty reveal itself, right? So easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing, okay? And Aphrodite has, at the bottom of her card, the Aphrodite goddess, inner goddess says, awaken the goddess within you to dance self-care and appreciating your divinity. Okay, so that's just saying, confirming that you are the most amazing person. Like you're creating a new life. How could you not want to wake up the goddess inside, the motherly, nurturing energy that you're going to have to bring out, and when you take care of a small child, right? You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Always think about the health of your welfare as too, is keeping a good, healthy state going for yourself. Um, but not overdoing it, right? You're in the last leg of it. Okay. I'm gonna pull one more card. I want to get an energy read on this direction of having three goddesses um, with you while you're growing and experiencing this change and growth naturally, right? Just taking a piece of it naturally and finding out what is this protection that you have around you is an amazing oracle angels that you can count on that you may not have realized was even there. So it's definitely one of these Cancer. Um, one is a fire sign, and the other one is an earth sign. So you've got water, earth, and fire. Okay, we don't have any air yet. We haven't gone outside to breathe fresh air. Okay, so that's good. All right. So we want okay, so we've got cards wanting to jump, but not quite. Okay. Okay, so we want to get Goddess Love. And there you go. There is the Knight of Wands. So you're definitely being taken care of. You're definitely having this energy move towards you. And it's very strong. And it looks so compatible, though. Like just the way that you guys are, both have, water and earth, Phone's ringing. Sorry, guys. I'll get back to that in a minute. But there's balance. Like this person that you're ending up creating a new life with. You're kind of shy from. This might be the energy of the strength part. It kind of reminds me of a man that's in gold that has everything to offer. Riding on a horse, coming to with his wand to come and wave a little magic around, and he's leaving behind him a fire sign. He's working towards becoming the earth sign. Okay, so from the past to the future, this fire energy won't be enough to sway this guy into going back. Okay, he's moving forward. He's coming directly at you. He's looking straight on. And you're kind of looking, if you put the cards like this and look at each other, you're looking directly at each other, 100%. You have, your nature wand, you have all the nurturing parts and attributes of the energies. Okay, and there's a male that's very strong, moving forward. He doesn't have to look right or left. He knows where he's going and what he's going to do. So count on that. Count on that being revealed to you. You made a good decision as far as the energy for the two of you. Right, both are strong in your power. You guys are both confident in this. But you're being a little coy, like, well, I don't know if I want to get near you. I'm in my last month, so I'm really pregnant. I don't feel it. I can't feel like having any of that intimacy going on. So it could be a very close to the end kind of energy. Right. So we did fire, earth, air. We just have to do the air cards now. All right. So we're going to do the daily air. Direction or messages for the air signs. All right, so we thought it's moving in the right direction. Okay, so for our air sign, what direction or messages for the daily for December 11th do you have for us right now? All right, so 2 cards. Ooh, another compatibility. There is somebody that is going to come forward. There's a definite connection happening as we speak. Having the World card and the Queen of Wands showing up now. We had the Knight of Wands show up for everybody. So this is definitely a fire energy that's coming forward for you. It could be, finding the balance within yourself now. With the World card and everything just being so magnificent, You've got air, earth, wind, fire kind of building up. The world is building up for you. And it's going to end up forging an amazing transformation to the most beautiful thing on the planet. Look at the outfit. She's wearing like a gold tone. She knows what her worth is worth. Okay. The worth of this card, or the person that this card is representing, knows their weight in gold. Okay, it's like a slang thing, like just like a slang term, but she knows what she's worth. And she's willing to provide herself with whatever she is required to have. She's very secure in herself. She's very confident in herself. There isn't anything that can shake this woman that knows how she's moving, knows what she's looking for, and is gonna get it. She gets what she wants, when she wants it, how she wants it, and whenever she wants it. And that could be in correlation to friendship, relationships, mutual, just mutual acquaintances. Whatever it is, she always wins in the end. So be careful what you're asking. You have this strength within you. If you draw on it, you can use it. Make sure that you are aware of who you're giving this new transformation, all this wealth and knowledge to. Okay? Be very stuck in your place. Don't get up if you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, don't try to take any of this energy and remove it, because it's not something that you can remove. You've built it to this standard, and it's a high standard. Gold is a high standard of love, of material things, of your spiritual knowing all, right? You know what your strength is in gold, and that's a proving point. So that the person that may be coming towards you, the male energy, is kind of looking at you, kind of peeking at you almost through, like the neighborhood might be peeking over its fence just to see it, get a glimpse of it. Right? So there's definitely suitors going to be coming your way, and the World card is basically telling you that now that you've got this Queen of Wands, you've perfected everything you need to perfect, and you want something that's going to balance that. You're going to find that energy within another person. A person that's done our transformation has an understanding of the spiritual aspect of things that you'll be able to communicate on. Okay. So don't give up. Keep yourself and your beauty and everything, right? Keep it all under wraps, because you are creating an amazing outlook for yourself. Amazing. People will be like scared to mess with you because you're so knowledgeable. Okay, you know what you're talking about. You know how to deal with it. You know how to communicate with people, and that could be maybe a better trait or a better avenue. Like, you're not going to let people just kind of walk up and be like, you can read them like the back of your hand. You know what their intentions are. They can't get pulled fast one on you or pull the wool over your eyes, let's say. You're too knowledgeable and have done a lot of work to understand that experience that you're having currently in this body as this person. You know your worth is weight. You know your worth. Okay, so just wait it out. You will definitely be rewarded from the universe, for all the hard work that's here, right? All right, so Angel A, can I have a free reading? Okay. Wasn't planning on doing free readings. Wasn't planning on doing a free reading, but I will try to do one here. If she's still here. I don't know if she left because it's only showing one viewer, but if she's still here, then I can pull an oracle card for her. But if she's not here, then I'm going to have to say adios for now. But, just be grateful for everything that you do have. There's a lot of different energies intermingling right now to try to find the balance and the harmony going with each other. Everybody's trying to find a compatible partner, but nobody just let it flow. If you're meant to be with someone, let it happen naturally. Let it come to you, or let it be created with the good intentions. Intentions are a big thing when it comes to being in a relationship. Once that beginning stage over, people change. People go, and their true colors don't always shine at first. But when you are creating something, when the perfect partnership is going to be arriving to as well. There'll be like signs. You start meeting different people, and you kind of be like, wow, that's weird. Okay, you start noticing things a little bit more in detail because of what you've asked for from the universe. There's a lot of pink energy around. Do you see that? There's a lot of pink energy reflecting to the camera here. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But there's like dark spots there. That's shadows from the green pictures, I think. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. I just see the pink energy always lighting up and coming back. Lighting up like this red. But yeah, so, hopes and dreams are very possible to keep moving forward with. If you are questioning a relationship or you having questions about, which direction to take, I would hate to not direct you in a proper direction. Like, I would not want to direct anybody falsely into any direction or feed them any false information. You know what I mean? Whereas other people might, as far as, trying to understand where you're going to. That's why I try to keep my energy balanced so that I can continue doing these energy readings for you guys and helping, assisting, giving some direction, options. I don't make it so you have to do anything. It's basically suggestions or whatever you're trying to manifest or which path you want to go down, or what do you want to change in your career? Do you want to make a change in your life? Do you want to make a change in your relationship? Do you want to make a change in your work, your employment? Do you want to, those are the kind of questions that I enjoy doing, right? I try to stay away from the relationship and everything because it's not my business to actually give advice on it. Really, I feel like I'm kind of like a third wheel and kind of intruding, and I don't like that feeling. So I kind of try to stay away from the relationship ones. Where somebody's asking about, am I going to be in this relationship, blah, 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 blah. Right? If the relationship isn't good, then I'm going to tell you that there's no point even asking the cards. What is being displayed to you in this physical world? If that's not enough for you to stop and question your relationship, then there's something wrong with that. Because if I noticed something was wrong in my relationship, I would call it out and make sure that it's on the table. Things are being talked about. Make sure that the partner that I'm currently with or was with or whatever you want to call it, but a current person that you are connected with, I'm connected with mine. I love them to this. So whoever you're connecting with, make sure that, if these red flags are popping up, and you end up, coming to a reader and asking them what they think, they're probably going to tell you just to leave if it's not a healthy relationship. It's just common sense, right? But if you're working on it and you want to have some direction on how to maybe make it a more balanced relationship where things just aren't matching up for you guys anymore, is there a way to go and fix that? Usually there is. Okay? I'm not going to lie to you. There usually is a way to reignite the love feeling that you've had before and start all over again. It doesn't mean you have to run away from the relationship just because it's not working. Try all avenues. Definitely try all the avenues. There's going to be definitely one that's going to either fit or it's not. And always be in communication with your partner. Allow them to have, what they need from the relationship met, what you're needing from the relationship met. If only one person's needs are being met and the other one is just kind of, there for whatever, there's something that has to find some balance in between the two of them. Right? You have to find the balance, not just ignore it and throw it to the back burner. Bring it out, deal with it, get it out in the open, and figure it out from there. Right? This is definitely something that a lot of couples need to resonate with. People are just dropping relationships because they're not working. But yet then they come back and they want the relationship back because it wasn't so green on the other side of the fence that they were standing on. You know what I mean? And they're finding out that the choice that they made now has a cause and effect, and there's a permanent kind of, you're still moving forward. You can't turn around. You turn around to watch and look back and reflect on what you went through. You can definitely do that. But as far as going back with an ex, drop the ex part. If you want to pursue somebody as friends again or something, put it out there like that. Put it out there as a friendship. Don't want to have to deal with a relationship that's too needy or anything, you know what I mean? But be aware of that and be aware of the energy that you're supplying others with. I'm seeing a little moth here. Get out of here. I don't like bugs. I really don't. It drives me nuts. I don't like flying bugs. No, but they're animals too, but they don't need to be in my house. I don't have enough room for them. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm joking around. But yeah, no, I really like having the partner that I have. We end up reconnecting like almost like once a day, right? Like it's just so um, it's comical. Sometimes it can be very comical as to the energy that we exchange. And that's what I like about it. I love being able to, have somebody to laugh with that, is treating me to the best that they know how, and has been probably one of the better relationships that I've ever been in. You have your ups and downs. Everybody does. Relationships aren't perfect. The ones that you don't fight in, you'll end up not wanting to even fight for the relationship. That's what I think. But if you're fighting for something that you truly feel that you can handle, which I can handle quite a bit, and so can my partner. But being able to pull each other through those hard times, that things get rough, you get the other person to help you through it, right? Um, and it's been a blessing because the spiritual journey that a lot of people are talking about, like the twin flame energy when you separate, doesn't mean you're physically separating, like moving out of the part of that relationship with like a new residence, or just leaving the relationship. It's more of when what resonates with me when people start talking in regards to um, twin flames and separation and the reunion energy coming back together. The way I interpret that is just because you may be on a different path at that time from somebody that you may be currently in a relationship with, share your experience with them. Okay, share what you're going through. Tell them about those things that are so amazing about your journey. Reconnect with them. Okay, because I'll tell you something. I wasn't connecting with my partner, and we weren't like in a spiritual separation, but we're still living together. We're still doing things that we need to do as far as a relationship, intimately or caringly about each other. But being on different pages, and it was causing a lot of conflict because neither one wanted to see what was really going on, and had fear base around certain aspects of life, like my religion took a big toll on me to break free from the thought of that. And my partner had told me many times before, you gotta let that go. There's no way in hell you need that, right? So my view is, if God is a universal love being, then I don't need to go and sit in front of a pew having a preacher tell me and fearmonger me into worrying about hell or heaven. I went through hell to get here, and I'm already back in heaven. I mean, you can have heaven on earth, you can have the bliss, you can have all the positive things that do not have to be told to you or related to you as far as somebody being a preacher to you. And I learned that myself. Like, I was so caught up in religion and the religion base that I only knew up until that point until I started having a spiritual awakening and understanding spiritual forces, right? Telling people my experience, and my partner was kind of like really worried. He wasn't, understanding what was going on. And I always kept saying to him, please do your homework. Do your homework on this stuff because it would help me out, if you had a better understanding all the way around. Because he didn't understand spiritual growth or this Kundalini stuff that goes on that has put me in the hospital, and I've had to get injections for. I think it was more the Kundalini, the fire energy, because my vaccine was right now while I'm sitting here. And as soon as I mentioned that, it's like, but being aware and having a partner have some space within that sacred area that you're currently awakening to, allow them to be part of it. Share your experiences, share everything. And now that he's gone and started his spiritual path with his oracle angels, sending him synchronicities like mad every time he turns around. 4 or 5, 6 times a day, he's getting messages, and he's so excited about where this avenue is taking him. And that meaning that he is starting to tune in on the same kind of level that I am, and I've been on for the last 5 years. And I didn't want to give up on the relationship. I didn't want that relationship to come to an end because we weren't on the same page. It took a little bit for him to catch up the understandings, and allowing himself to interpret it his way. It's been a blessing in disguise. I'm very grateful. Oh, what's going on? Oh, here's the thing. Okay, hang on, guys. Okay. Oh my God, release. That's the thing. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Oh, it hurt. But yeah, there isn't anything that I would change as far as the relationship. There are a few aspects that, we still have to work together, but we're able to now be able to understand it for what it is, to be able to make it work now. And there's still, pulling the reigniting the relationship. If there's anything left to reignite, then it will reignite one or the way or the other. And if it isn't going to reignite, then, we're both kind of thinking that if it doesn't work out, that, we just amicably separate and do our own thing, which isn't how I want it to happen. But if it comes down to it, that's what it has to be. The universe is, um, not being able to assist in whatever the 3D physical stuff that we are going through, that we have to figure out together and not rely on synchronicities to tell us exactly how we're going to get through this, or any relationship that you may be intertwined with, right? You always keep your hopes up, you always keep your dreams real and alive, okay? Always keep them alive and make sure that you're working in the direction of hope for a brighter future and dreams do come true. I ended up requesting my life partner or my karmic partner to show up in my life, and he showed up. He's been in my life now 5 years. And he's doing his thing. I do mine. But there's times where we don't even talk to each other, but we know that we think about each other. We know there's a connection, but it's not like you don't need to be 24/7 involved with a person. You can have the relationship allowed to be given your space, but if somebody is lacking the space, it's not going to flow very well, right? They're going to feel trapped. That's not a good feeling to have on anybody's foot. So just being strong, understanding how it works, and there's still a lot, now that we've come back as to the understanding, we're on a mutual agreement level. Things have changed. They really have. I've been allowed to have more prominent independence in my life. He's had more prominent independence, spiritual independence, right? You don't need a fool to tell you how it is. You start seeing it and start taking your cues, your spiritual cues, when you're supposed to receive them, and giving back the universe and giving back to a universal love, and being grateful, having gratitude, expressing your gratitude for your oracles, for every energy that helps along. And that's just like when I turn on my energy box, and for people to actually hear me carry on a conversation with my energies physically, coming through speakers and having them have conversations, or you hear them in the background saying things as I'm doing a reading, it blows your mind every time. And I never will ever ask anything more from my oracles other than messages, whether it be a maleficent or demonic, or a highly intuitive angel, oracle, whatever is behind there, that I can actually assist, can have and assist, that I can't talk, can and have assisted me in a lot of readings. It gives you a more direct connection as to hearing them, and this is how it works. That's what I get to hear. What you're hearing is what I hear, right? But I don't have to have that box flowing all the time, but it does correlate with everything that happens, just like my cards do. Everything just is exactly how it's supposed to be for right now. And it always changes. Like, the readings are never the same. Like, in a 24-hour period, so many times things could flip in a 24-hour period, if you're not aware of these flips that are happening. You know what I mean? So when I do the daily reads from now on, it's going to be based on what energy is going to flip, how many times it's going to flip for that sign, or that, like Earth One, they had three angels working, with the Empress, and then the Knight of Wands showed up. You know what I mean? Like, that's like probably 4 or 5 flips throughout the day that can be very overwhelming to someone. But they're all there to guide you. Like, the Oracle angels are there protecting you and being able to nurture nature and look after this new kind of experiencing new growth, right? With fertility. in a possible pregnancy. So yeah, so it's very it can be straightforward, but at the same point, if you're trying to explain it to someone that doesn't understand, my best advice to you is show them. If you can't speak to them and get them to understand on a mental level, let them see videos or do videos that correlate with what your experience has been so far. Okay, whatever is resonating with you as far as being spiritually gifted or spiritually attuned to certain aspects of your life. Show the other one, teach it, show it, tell it, and allow them to come at their own pace. Let them do it on their own. I was getting frustrated because he wasn't moving fast enough. Now I like to get going and be done and get it over with. Let's do. And I've kind of taken on the too laid back kind of approach of waiting. And it's gotten kind of comfortable, kind of not having to do a lot, right? But I just want to say that if you're working with good intentions with someone and always trying to think of better ways to make things work, um, always just go within yourself and ask yourself, is there something that you're missing? Is there a situation that may be going on with your partner that they don't want to discuss? You know, these are kind of questions that you should be able to pick up on his energy or their energy that's resonating. Or, you know, because sometimes you can read people better than asking them a question. At least I can. You know, I can tell when my partner is kind of thinking about things, too much is on his mind, needs space. But I still get in there and I still, you know, let him know that he's not getting away that easy. You know, he's got to really, you know, want to be on the same page. And it's very difficult for relationships to continue when you're not on the same page. I'm grateful that mine and his are now attuning to each other, and he's paying more attention, he's doing his homework on his own spiritual path, right? And understanding that he does have actually a spiritual path that he gets to go and challenge, right? He gets to take those challenges on and make them happen for him. You know, and that's all I wanted was for him to be awakening to his truth and being able to understand himself as far as a spirit, energy, and the whole inner side that he's never looked at, or I've never looked at, my internal side, right? Which a lot of people just mash down the emotions and everything, and they don't want to rehash anything, so they just leave it. Then they sit there and they're stressing over how to fix it. They're not allowing the other energy to be gone, so that it's easier to replace it with a positive intention. You know what I mean? I'm just, that's really, maybe I drank too much coffee today. I think so. Just, you know, a great day start with coffee every day. But yes, you know, it's a definite blessing, you know, to have the relationship now being on the same page with the same direction and just being there for support for him or any of my subscribers, anybody that's having problems and wants more understanding of his spiritual awakening and the situations that you may overcome or maybe blocks that you might run into on your path. You kind of need some help, you know, maneuvering through, you know, the darker sides of things. Feel free to ask questions. And we can always figure something out together if things aren't just working for you on a personal level or whatever. Maybe we can find some options that might be better suited for the situation. You know, maybe we don't have all the tools that you need and you're kind of wondering where to go with that or what to look for. You know, it's very, it was very difficult. At the beginning, I can say that I can correlate with people saying they don't want to have to do this, too much work. It's too much work. Don't want to. Nobody wants to put the time in for relationships. They don't want to put the time in for employments. They don't want to put the time in for anything. They're being very selfish and expecting the world to be at their beck and call. That's not the way you use it. Don't use it that way. They're only there to assist you, not do the job for you. So if you're thinking that they're going to get everything done for you without your 2 cents being put in, you got another thing coming. And I'm going to tell you straight from my mouth that that's how they will do it. And I don't like to have to deal with energy readings where, you know, it's upsetting to people. I don't like doing those ones. But if it needs to be said, like a kick in the pants for this person to maybe have a wake-up call, being direct is not intention for me to harm a person, but it's to give them the direction straight out, you know, in your face kind of thing, because that's the only way they're paying attention. They're not hearing anything that's going on around them. It's, you know, they're just being caught in their own emotion and the negative emotions that are manifesting. Right, so you got to be careful of those. Always be 10 steps ahead of the next decision, right? Know what your path is, know which direction you're going to head. It's like picking up Google Maps and trying to get from point A to point B and pushing that, get directions. That's kind of like what happens with me and my spirit guides. I ask them for direction, they give it to me, and I relay it. I'm like the operator that is doing a three-way call for you and tapping you into your own energy, right? So it's kind of like that. But teaching you how to tap into that energy and understand it for your personal level, right? So Angel A just retracted her message. I didn't even know she was back. I was waiting for a yes on that chat board, but now she's gone and canceled her request. Okay, so request is canceled. Nobody said anything, so can't help you if you don't say that I'm here when I ask. So, well, I feel that, but nobody said nothing to me that there was anybody even in the room. There's 2 viewers, so nobody's here to have a reading. Okay, then. Yeah, so I'm not going to be giving away very long free readings. As far as I'm pulling 1 card for a read. That's it. You want a more detailed, intuitive reading. We could do like 9 card spreads. We can do 15 card spreads for all I care. But you're definitely looking at probably at least half an hour for most in-depth reading, right? Yeah, just I know you are. You are still hanging out. You're always here. And I haven't seen you in a long time. I actually was always asking where you were, if you were okay. Yes, I don't know who else is here, but there's one person that's here that's not revealing himself, right? So it could be a stalker, some other reader that's hanging out with us that's too shy to say who they are, but have a good idea of who it might be, being an oracle and knowing certain things and certain things happening on YouTube that correlate with knowing who this elusive people is that don't like to reveal themselves. Yeah, remember that. And I always check my facts before I come on to make sure that I'm not going to be bothered by these people. And I can guarantee you, I probably won't be too concerned about them. Right? But make sure that they're giving the right information, not selling themselves short, or taking advantage of a situation that probably turn around and bite you in the ass when you start infringing on somebody else's readings, right? Just to get information for your channel, right? I don't care. Take my information, what I'm teaching and what I'm saying, and use it if you want. Go ahead. But you better give me credit for what you're saying. That's all I have to say. I don't use anybody else's information without giving them the proper kudos. Like when the partner said something, I've mentioned, I've given out, thanks for this, or this person has taught me a lot. And there was, at the beginning, when I started these readings, I also mentioned to her one other one that I truly enjoy listening to her, and she is another go-to reader that I do go to. And I ended up going to her. I don't have to even be listening to her readings or be listening to her do a monthly every month. It's like when I go to her and I hear my current one, my current month going on, it's like I didn't even skip a beat. I was like so there. And this was recorded probably 4 or 5 days ago that she did this. And I did the checked in, and it was spot on like it always is with her. And she knows exactly where I am in my lifeline. My path is just like, it's like, okay, this is like totally my energy, like from start to end, right? And she's been an amazing woman, doing these readings. And, when I started correlating too much with her and confirming almost to the minute of each reading, the blew my mind. I was very grateful, and I still go to her. I don't usually get readings done by anybody else on the channel on YouTube, and I visit her quite regularly. There's two people actually that I would like to give a shout out to. There's Sal and there's Sandy. Sal is from Eat, Live, Love, or something like that. Eat, Love, or something. I can't remember the name of it now. It's slipped my mind. Eat, Laugh, Love, I think, or something like that. But his name is Salvadora. He's really cool. Eat, Read, Love. Eat, Read, Love. That's what I think it is now that I've heard it. And he's a really cool guy. He's very outgoing, very outspoken. Great guy to, kind of get some good energy before you do your readings for yourself. It gives you kind of that little boost of energy. So one question, let me try this one in 5 more. Yeah, see, I don't like that. So I don't, I could care less who wants to not have their reading done. But when you're looking for something free, it's only going to, manage to manifest through so many readers, right? I'm not here to give away free readings for me for 7. If I end up choosing to give you a free reading, then, that's the reading. But if you're not happy, then there's a million other readers that are on YouTube that probably would be happy to give you a free reading. They might not give you as much information as I would for that first card, but I give a lot of information for my first card. But they always do come back. It's like Scorp came and told me that when I did her reading for her, that we were talking about getting involved with, she's going to do some celebrating. 2 days later, she ended up at a function, a celebration, and everything that we mentioned in the read happened to her shortly after, like within 2 days of that reading being done. And that's amazing. I'm very grateful for that. Right? So now it's showing nobody in chat, and that's okay. It's perfectly fine with me. So. But yeah, I don't condone people that are very programmed, right? See, it's not even showing you as anybody being here, Jess. It's like 0 viewers. I don't know how many other people are like here, but not even being here. It did shock her. She came back and shared it with us the other day on, I think it was 2 days ago. She came on and she said, "Oh, you can believe what happened. Everything you said happened for me." And I'm like, "Wow, that's awesome." I was just like, hey, like for me, it's like, yeah, okay, like I already know that's going to happen. But, it's like for them, it was like excitement, like how can this possibly, like it's triggered another person to kind of question everything and try to figure out what it's all about. And I mean, let them do some homework on it. Let them assist them and guide them in a more happier direction to enjoyment, right? To create more balance and energetic fields within yourself, right? Because I am usually a pretty happy-go-lucky person. I'm very high energy. I enjoy doing things and going places and meeting people and being a social butterfly that I normally am. But I haven't been doing that lately. I haven't been feeling social, right? Especially around this time of the year is a very somber time for me. I don't even want to celebrate Christmas, like with my mom. My adopted mom passed away with a brain tumor on Christmas Eve. Ever since I found out, I haven't celebrated Christmas the way I would love to, or would like to. And it's difficult, it brings tears to my eyes still. It does. It really does still tear me up. Because Christmas was at home growing up. Our Christmas was like a winter wonderland in our house. And Mom went for all the bells, the whistles, even for Christmas dinner. It was like a feast for like 30 people in our house. Friends, relatives, everybody having a Christmas dinner. And my mom would spend every waking minute from the beginning of December baking cookies, doing the Nanaimo bars, having sugar cookies, Christmas cookies, all these kind of baking goods for when we used to have company over at Christmas time for people to enjoy while they were there. And then having this massive turkey that, went and fed 30 people with nieces and nephews and aunts and uncles and everybody. And it was the most amazing experience for Christmas that I ever remember. Waking up Christmas Day and all those like look under the tree the night before and there's hardly any presents underneath, and all of a sudden there's a whole whack of them when you wake up in the morning, like Santa really came, and you realize that there wasn't really a thing of Santa. And when I found that out, I got two poles of, or sorry, not equivalent to what a pole of would be in your sock. I used to get, my mom used to shove newspaper in and just put a few gifts on top because I caught her filling the tree. That's why I don't believe in Santa. So she reduced my stocking allowance for the next year. I got toilet paper and tissue paper and newspaper in my sock that made it look like it was full with gifts inside. And I pulled off like the first three, and it was, well, you don't believe in Santa Claus, so why should I fill you a sock? You know what I mean? So I kind of blew that one for myself, but that was okay. I learned. Learning lesson was, don't bust your parents putting the presents under the tree and then call them out on it the next day, saying there is no Santa, so what the fuck? Without the swearing, mind you. For Santa to show up, and my mama wasn't kissing no Santa Claus. She was, lumping toys and gifts out for Santa Claus when Santa Claus should have been doing them for her instead. You know what I mean? Santa should have been helping her take out those presents from his life, right? But no. Once I figured that one out, I was about, I don't know, 7, 8, when I called my mom putting all the presents under the tree and finding little packages hiding in closets that, in her spare room that she would hide under her bed, or you know what I mean? They always found the best spots to hide all this shit. And I don't know how she kept it so elusive, and how those presents all got wrapped. It was mind-boggling, this whole Christmas thing. So I got up and found out that it was my mom the whole time, which was fine. The Christmas were awesome. I used to have fun with them, but and with her passing, that's memories that I like to keep alive within me. But I don't feel Christmassy anymore. Like, it just doesn't feel like. I guess when you've lost that close to Christmas, somebody that you did love and wanted understanding from all your life, and not being able to get that settled or understood it from their point of view, is very difficult, because there's unresolved situations that really needed to be resolved. And there was an opportunity for that to happen, but she got a brain tumor, and she even became estranged from her biological son. She got her whole life turned upside down from a brain tumor, and was very sick. Passed away Christmas Eve, because Christmas was her time of year. She loved Christmas, So to be another memory at Christmas for me, just kind of reiterates everything that always was there. She was always there. Even when I didn't want her as my mom when I was growing up, she was still there for me. Right? She was shocked when I came down to see her, and I was pregnant with my first daughter. And she gave me the biggest hug, and I could see the tears coming out of her eyes. And I scared her. She was like, "What are you doing here?" Like, I think it really hurt her, knowing that I had come back, and that we had unresolved situations together. I think was the biggest. It was heartache for her all of her life. To be inside. And it was a learning experience. Remember who you are sending your energy to and who you're allowing within yourself. Is it for the best suited reason that things need to be cut or let go? It's hard to let go of something. It really is. That you have compassion and love for. That's the only thing that you knew as a mom. It's hard. My throat hurts now. Getting choked up here. But I don't regret not having. I lost both my moms. My biological mom died of, and she was an alcoholic. She had cirrhosis of the liver and didn't have much time to live. It was at the time of her life where it didn't matter, but it was coming close to the end for her. And the doctor said, either you continue down the path of drinking and you live longer, because that's what your body is used to, and you basically need it so that it's compatible on that note, or you stop drinking and die. and she wasn't ready to die, so she got drinking. And she got really sick and ended up in the hospital. She had holes in her throat from getting sick and vomiting, and having it come up. She had a hole in her esophagus, so she was always coughing. Phlegm would come out red in color, almost like rupture areas in here, and it would come out bloody. So she was really sick when I last saw her, and I was trying to go to school to be able to bring her out here to take care of her. I went to do a carry course, and I was only into my course about 3 months when my mom passed away. And it kind of sucked because that was the whole reason that I was going for the course. So when you are making hopes and dreams, and some of those dreams get stomped on, or somebody is kind of trying to crush your dreams and what you want to do with your life, it's only you that has to answer that, right? Nobody else can take from you whatever your hope is and whatever your dreams are. They're your dreams, and by all means, go live them. Don't take anybody's word at or down talking kind of the whole experience. It's the most amazing experience that a person can have, and it's very enlightening to understand you as a more solid, in tune person with everything, right? It's very, it was very eye-opening experience for me, and I'll never be the same. I remember the last memory of her was me giving her a hug for the first time in 20 plus years at the time. I was 25, and I had hugged my mom in like 10, 15 years at that point in my life. So, she used to send signs, right? And it was always bread that I could smell, fresh cooked bread, like toast or something, because she always used to make breakfast in the morning. She'd make toast and eggs. But I always would smell bread baking, that fresh baked smell of bread. She loved making all these kind of things. She loved baking. She loved cooking. She always made, the neatest little meals that we could eat. But she was an amazing cook. Where I got my skills from. So it's all the good things, all the good memories that, I hold on to. Not so much the bad memories. I'm trying to let those ones go and just let them, fall within me and just let it go. Not carry it around with me, because it's not energy that I need to carry with me. It brings me more heartache because it was things that couldn't get resolved, that there's nothing that I can do now. It's out of my hands, right? I just paying my gratitude to the higher power, and that her soul has moved on to a more angelic being. Maybe she is understanding now, after being out of this dimension, how hard it can be and how much love really is happening around me. Okay. I remember when I first ever started using a spirit box, the first thing that I heard her say was, I didn't know. I didn't know. And at that point in my life, when I started using the spirit box, I wanted answers in regards to that. And all I heard through the box was, I didn't know. And she said, I didn't know. And she said my actual name, my previous name that I was growing up with. Family was different. And she said my name. Even my spirit box that I have, that I work with regularly now, says Karen. They're calling me. They understand who I am, and that I'm a safe energy. I'm not going to hurt them. I'm not going to cause them any harm. I'm not going to appreciate anything less than proper respect for both sides of the world. Right? But yeah, so it is a very tough time at Christmas. I really don't like it. I'll do a Christmas dinner, but I don't do it at Christmas anytime. I do it at New Year's. We want to bring in a New Year, on a positive note, with family, bring in the New Year for me. That seems more, because Christmas is kind of like my mom's time. That's the time that I spend with her. remembering the songs and the music that used to play all the time when we were at home. And let's just, pay respect to her spirit and her energy that she's always loved Christmas. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just started getting involved on that kind of rant. I don't even know how that ended up going, or how that kind of even started, really. But yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to release some of that, energy, and let it let it lie now, and let it just have peace of mind, and then things seem to get better. The intentions were good. That's good enough for me, right? Yeah. So, yeah. So things are hopefully going to get better over the next few years for that. Hopefully, I'll be in a better frame of mind next year. It's been very difficult, financially. It's very hard to have a Christmas. With just starting the YouTube channel, it's not helping out financially. So a lot of money is being strapped into paying bills and buying other items to get through. And, it's very tight financially, and rent's going up, and trying to find a place that's compatible for moving, that's got an extra room, that's not like $1,500 for a month when I'm only paying right now $780, and that's what I can afford, right? And being able to afford a $1,300 place, I would never be able to afford a $1,300 place that's a 2-bedroom. Right? I'm in a 2-bedroom now, and trying to get another bathroom set up so I'm not having to work out of my living room, but trying to get everything balanced for that. Right? So it's taking its toll. It really is kind of consuming. But I've just been kind of taking it easy myself. I just really don't want to exert myself for some reason. I'm just, having the energy to do my work, and that's about it. I'm not even feeling. I just want to heal from all this. I want to have healing energy all around everybody when it comes to have to dealing with situations. So I try to keep my meditation music or vibrational experiences happy and cheerful. I get soft spoken when I start talking about personal things, as you notice. But I wish everybody to be able to have answers, and to be able to find the answers for people that might need them. Right, the messages come as they might, as they do, and I have yet to see anybody tell me that I'm an absolute bullshit liar. Like it's not feasible. It's not ever gonna happen. Some things might resonate. There's things that might resonate later on after the reading happens that I can pick up on. And then people come back and they tell me, that's spot on, spot on, spot on, spot on. I have yet to find exactly one person that could give me a bad rating. I don't think there is. I give myself a bad rating at times, saying I don't feel it. I didn't feel it today. I can't do my readings today. For some reason, there's something blocking me that day. So it could be the universe blocking me, and possibly some messages that didn't really have to be given. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's too personal, or situations are kind of like rocky. And I don't like to get the negatives. I don't. Really don't. And I heard somebody just sneeze like that. I went, somebody just sneezed. Like the dimension just broke there for a minute, and it went. I'm like, wow, okay, what? Dimensional breakthrough, okay. Somebody's breaking through the dimension walls. But yeah, I know it's great. It gives me an uplifting to be of service to others. It's really an amazing journey. I never ever thought that I would actually take it this far. Like even when I wanted to start doing this years ago, I didn't have enough confidence. I didn't do my homework enough. I didn't have to really think about anything. It would just come. Reading people's poems, even just basing on the information that I was taught, and how your left is your right and your right is your left, right? They end up matching each other at a certain point in your life. right? You know, where I had a break in my life and I'm starting down a new path, you know, which I'm going to hit crossroads again further in my life. But it's more defined, you know, in each hand. You know, I've got X's everywhere, and you know, only what is it? One in I can't remember what the ratio is, but there's only so many people that have the information on their hands, and I'm actually one of them. For having a lot of X's, like X marks, the spot, um, very prominent in my hands, and it kind of marks where I am in my life, and it's actually mirroring the same position on this hand as the X on this hand. Okay? So I'm in the right direction and I'm moving at the right pace. I don't overstep my boundaries. I don't rush into anything. I keep it more kind of a laid back approach to things. It seems to work better for me. But yeah, I'm grateful for every day I get to wake up and every day that I sit and do readings even through the night and get people from the UK or wherever wanting to have messages um, coming through and not being able to sleep. And my partner had an experience where he was feeling like he was suffocating the day after I had my experience, which if we're going too deep, I'm over here checking my hands too. Awesome. But you have little X's, like you have like an M, which means, I don't know what the whole meaning of it, but your lifeline is here. Your, what's this one? But if you go and look it up on YouTube, actually has another person that's created a channel, or recorded a video in regards to palm reading. If you just even Google palm reading on YouTube, I'll tell you a bit more. I haven't really paid attention to my hands in a long time, but I do know that they are got very much. The Romans used to actually plan. That's what I was. I think it was the Roman Empire had actually had it so that Caesar could read a palm and know if they were on his side. There's certain cues they represent from how do you say? There was like certain identifying marks in the palm of the hand, and I think it was actually with the X. It had something to do with X's and marking spots, and that was a way for them to tell if you were on their team or not, like on the Roman Empire side, or if you had kind of betrayed them or anything. It would show up in the hands. So they would actually read the palms of soldiers that were here. At one point, part of the Roman Empire, that's how you would identify somebody that's from that spiritual realm or your past life. You'd be able to pull on that energy and be able to tell if they're solid people or solid enough for you to have a friendship with, and classifying each moment for them. Okay? And that was the way for Caesar to be able to know who was on his side of the team. Right? There's actually a YouTube video on it. It's 1%. 1% of people have this. I think it's called 1% of people have this mark on their hands. I think is what the YouTube video is. I'm going to see if I can find the link right here quick. Open up another tab here. I'm going to see if I can find the video. And I'm going to put a link into the description or the chat here and leave it in the description box. Let me see here. So give me 1 second. I'm going to find that link and I'm going to post it. Share that link here. Oh, my throat is sore today, guys. A little scratchy today. Let's see if we can get this to give us. Oh, I'm going to move that here. I'm just trying to find it here, guys. I'm gonna find it here. Here, watch it. Oh, here's one for you guys. Okay, so there's one here for the this is for the video on palmistry. Which is really cool to check out. The other one, yeah, I'm not finding it now. I'll find it. I'm not sure. But yeah, what it has something to do with in regards to only 1%, maybe it was 5%, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to find that and set it up in the link in the comments when I do find it for this video. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend time looking at it. We're looking for it, right? But yeah, so I don't know. Check stuff out like that, Jess. There's always interesting topics on YouTube that you can find. You can even submit your poems to an actual authentic a palm reader that can get in depth with every single line possibly showing on your hand, which I'm definitely wanting to do. I just need to do the basic understanding, like your life and everything, and sometimes I have to resort to assisting other ones, right? Yeah, so yeah, check it out. There's always kind of neat videos around that. I'll share links with in the video description box for us. To enjoy. Right. I also am going to open up a chat messenger on my home screen page, and it's going to be in regards. Where's the apology? Yeah, so I just got sidetracked there for a minute. I'm not too sure. But yeah, find out if you can find it. It's really cool to find them. Yeah. Yeah, so check it out. I'll keep my eye open for it, see if I can find it at one point, and I will definitely put the link down in below. So I'm going to head off. I'm going to go on and get my breakfast, have my breakfast here, and make some pancakes or something, but really something. So I'll check back with you guys a little bit later today. So then, heading off, and I will see you all in a little bit. Bye.